So I'm back from the hospital and my knee has a lot of new parts inside. I also learned that it has a microchip in there, which I didn't realize I was agreeing to when I signed one of the papers before the surgery. Maybe it's completely my fault. I feel like my surgeon kind of tricked me into saying yes. He was beating around the bush talking about the microchip, and I was like, yeah, I know, you told me about it already. But in my head, I was like, I knew I didn't want it. And then he went off on a tangent. Next thing you know, he's like, oh, you gotta sign these papers. And I'm signing. And after the surgery, I realized one of those was the, me signing off on putting the microchip in the implant. I'm a little bit worried about it because it just introduces a whole nother thing that could cause infection or some kind of problem. I talked to a lady on the phone yesterday about it. She works for the company that designed it, and she says that sucks that it got put in that way, that you didn't really want it, but if I can assure you, there's been really no problems with it. The microchip is in a double-walled titanium thing that goes inside the implant. It's hermetically sealed. They're tested vigorously before they're ever put in the implant. And if I decide not to transmit information, I can just have them turn it off, basically, but it'll still be in there. So yeah, that's just something to look out for. That's part of the new technology that's coming out. Your surgeon might ask you if you want to do it. If you want it, fine, go for it. It sounded like a cool idea, but it really, when I sat and thought about it, I was like, it doesn't really benefit me, because all it's logging is like my range of motion, how many steps I'm taking, my gait, stuff like that, which is all cool information, but like, that's why you go to a physical therapist. They can see that with their own eyes, I don't need to stress about that or be reminded about it all the time. I feel like it's making their job easier, but it's not benefiting me at all. It's giving me another point of worry because now I'm worried about something that's in my body, another piece of foreign material that I have to worry about getting infected. One of the biggest issues that we're going to worry about with this procedure. So, whatever. I'll get it set up. I'll transmit information for a while. It might be cool to look at just to see how impressive my progress is. One thing that I got this time, last time I got the Game Ready machine, which was what a lot of people were using. This time I'm with a different hospital. I'm with HSS, and their option for rental was the Nice machine. This is pretty awesome. The sleeve, I should have got a bigger sleeve. I got the size that fit my dimensions, but somehow it's still kind of too small, and it's very short as well. But it doesn't matter because you don't need to put ice in this machine. All you do is put 8 ounces of water in. I left that water in there because it keeps recirculating. I don't have to do it ever again. One time I put 8 ounces of water in there that came with the machine. It does cooling and compression. The cooling is so strong, I never turn it up past like 2, maybe 3 on a scale of 5. So this machine is awesome. It's also smaller, easier to move around. Huge upgrade from the Game Ready in my opinion. So if you can get a hold of one of these, definitely go for it. That's the top of the line. One other thing I added for this recovery that helped was I got a new wedge pillow. A lot of the wedge pillows, they'll actually have a hollowed out thing. This one has a little bit too. You can't see it because I wrapped it in a sheet so it's easy to clean, and maybe even send back to Amazon when I'm done. if I don't use it too long. This one has a little bit of a groove as well, but it goes a lot longer and straighter, so you don't have a bend in your knee. A lot of these pillows that they make, they say like knee support pillow or whatever, they have a big bump, boom, where the angle goes down, and you still have a big bend in your knee, which is not good when you're trying to get rid of swelling. That's the whole point of it. You want to elevate your leg up past your heart, and you need to get rid of the bend. They also want you to get to 0 degrees, full extension of your knee as fast as possible, and that'll help with that. So this recovery is a lot different than the one I had last year. Last year, my first visit to physical therapy was 1 week after surgery, and all they did was inspect everything, gave me a couple simple exercises like quad sets and stuff like that. That was about it. And then I didn't see PT again for another 2 weeks. So at 3 weeks, that's when I really dug into PT last year when I did the partial replacement. This time, I had to do PT exercises starting the night I got home from the hospital. And then I opted for the in-home physical therapy choice for the first 2 weeks, which is awesome because I took the subway last time, going to the PT and stuff. That sucks. Going up and down the stairs in the subway station, trying to ride on a crowded subway, is terrible. So yeah, and they don't want you to leave your house. They didn't even want me to walk the dog. They're like, the first week, just do PT exercises religiously, and don't put yourself in danger. Don't leave the house. You know, after that, we'll start to ramp things up. And I've had people coming over to the house at least 2 times a week. It's pretty rough because you're so raw from surgery. But I have to say, I really think it has helped with my swelling. I'm a big sweller. Like, I blow up every time I have like a major surgery, especially something with my legs. If I get a tattoo with my legs, it balloons up. This has already gone down a lot. It's been 1 week, and we've noticed differences starting at like day 2 or 3. The swelling had already started going down. I do my PT stuff 2 or 3 times a day. As soon as I'm done with PT, I put ice on it, either while I'm elevating. I like to do ice just while I'm sitting with my legs straight, because it's a little too much pain for me putting the ice on and elevating at the same time, so I elevate afterwards. But yeah, like 3 times a day at least for elevating and ice. PT 2 or 3 times a day. And if they're not giving me anything crazy, it's all the standard stuff they give you with every partial or total knee replacement, a lot of other knee replacements. You're just doing your heel slides with your strap or your cane. You're doing your quad sets. But they even have me doing knee extensions from a seated position, which I couldn't believe. Look, my knee's already at 90 degrees. It's been there since pretty much like day 2. They had me doing extensions from here, hip flexion, all kinds of stuff. I can't believe how fast I'm getting strength back and range of motion mobility in my knees. It's pretty impressive. The biggest problem for me is pain management, and sleeping. I'm okay with pain during the daytime for the most part, but something about knee replacements, compared to all my other surgeries, you can never find a position to just be comfortable in for a while. You constantly have to get up and change your position like every 20-30 minutes because it just hurts. You gotta move it around, you gotta find a different position, you gotta walk down the hall or do something. Put ice on it, you gotta elevate it, you gotta so you're always dealing with some level of pain. You're never quite comfortable, and which isn't so bad during the daytime, but when it's time to go to sleep, I'm still taking the oxycodone at night, which I don't like. I like to get rid of it as fast as I can because of the constipation and all the other side effects, but it's the only thing that can help me get to sleep right now. I have to stay up as late as I can until I'm like completely exhausted and my eyes are closing. Then I'll pop an oxy and find my most favorite comfortable position and just fall asleep, hopefully for as long as I can, which is usually like an hour or 2. If I can get an hour or 2 straight of sleep, that's a huge win for me right now. And then after like 4 hours, my knee is screaming at me again from all different places, and I'll pop another one. So I usually do about like 3 per night. So I'm in bed for a long time, just trying to get a good amount of sleep each night. Because sleep's very important while we're recovering. We're rebuilding our body. But you get to a certain point each day where you're just like, all right, I can't lay in bed anymore. It ain't happen. And I'm not gonna be able to sleep anymore. So I might as well get up, move my knee around. Sometimes I'll even move my knee around in the middle of the night. If when I'm having trouble sleeping and it hurts really bad, I'll get out of bed and I'll start doing some gentle PT exercises. Sometimes that'll be enough to bring down the pain to get you right back to sleep. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it just makes it hurt worse, wakes me up more, and then I'm like, all right, I'm awake now, But that's just what it is. I think that's the hardest part of this surgery. This hurts way more than my partial replacement did. My partial replacement was just under the kneecap, so it swelled everywhere, but I didn't have shooting, burning, searing pain all the way down my shin into my foot. Yeah, you can see the bruising. It actually has gotten a little bit better. It was darker before. This is all bruising. Then it picks up again down here. This is all bruising. Yeah, but it could be fatter. This is not that bad. You're starting to see the natural shape of my lower leg and compare the two. It's shaped a lot more normal. It's just fat. I also have a theory that maybe when the swelling does go down like that, that causes more pain. But whatever. It's day 7, so technically I could take this bandage off if I wanted to. They say 7 to 10 days. I just took a shower this morning, I think, or yesterday morning, or last night. I'm still a little too worried about taking it off. I might actually wait the full 10 days. I just like the cushioning on here. I don't want to deal with the extra pain of the bare incision, you know what I mean? So I'll probably leave it on the full 10 days and then take it off. I mean, why rush, you know? That's all I have for you right now. The first week was pretty rough. Sleeping is very hard. If you want to take minimal amount of painkillers, like I said, save them for nighttime, use them for sleeping. Try and get as much sleep as you can. Find pillows that fit you correctly. Get one of these nice machines. It's the easiest and most effective machine I've found so far. And do your PT exercises. As much as they hurt, they will make you feel a lot better. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. And subscribe to see more of my videos as we go along this journey. Thank you.